Welcome to the Rite of the Womb. This is Bertina, and I'm a womb keeper. This audio will include the history of the Rite of the Womb, what the Rite of the Womb is, your actual Rite of the Womb initiation, as well as directions of what to do over the next 13 months. I would suggest visiting several websites before you do this. The riteofthewomb.com, Munai, MUNAI-KI.org, and then also the fourwinds.com. They are all part of the creation of this rite, and you'll learn more about that in just a few moments. Also, you will start your ceremony, your year ceremony, once this initiation occurs today. So if you just want to listen to this and then come back and possibly do this by yourself, like it's directing from me to you because I'm passing it on, that is just fine. You can also play this and I pass it to you through this audio. You turn around, replay the part of the initiation and pass it to other women in the room. They pass it on because once you receive this rite, you are now a womb keeper, and we ask that you pass this on to as many women as possible. We ask also that you build an altar. So this could be, we need 13 candles, flowers, a bowl of water, and possibly red wine throughout the 13 initiates. There's a couple of things in here that we'll talk about that can be substituted if you're uncomfortable, but really, this is all part of nature. So hopefully, the directions, everything will be comfortable to you. Okay, so let's look. What is the Rite of the Womb? A lineage of women from the spiritual world came through the jungle medicine to bestow us this initiation, the Rite of the Womb. The lineage of women freed themselves from suffering and want us to remember that the womb is not a place to store fear and pain, but the womb is to create and give birth to life. In becoming womb keepers, we also become stewards of life. Our children are no longer the children of fear and conflict, but the children of light with a natural inclination to be an earth keeper. After receiving the rite and nurturing its truth, the womb is no longer carrying the memories of pain and sorrow. The forgotten wisdom of the womb is restored, and we become the creatress of the world. We long for our children's children. Any woman, the rite of the womb is part of the Munai initiation, and there's 10 rites which prepare us to birth ourselves wholly into the times to come. It's a body of wisdom coming from the spiritual Andes. And again, the Munai website, MUNAY-KI.org. Now, any woman eager to remember in her body this vital truth can receive the rite. Once she receives the rite of the womb, she becomes one of the lineage of the womb keepers. The womb keeper's lineage invites us to heal our womb. So let's heal our womb. Let's heal our mothers, sisters, and daughters' wombs. In this way, we offer healing to Mother Earth and all the living beings. So we will be passing this on. Now, the origin. The rite of the womb was bestowed by a lineage of women through the spirit of the Amazon jungle to a lady shaman. She would be responsible for sharing it, and we're going to hear her story here in just a moment. This gift of healing and life belongs to every woman in the world who wants to receive it. Together, we are a lineage of women who remembers that we did not come to suffer in this life, but to be the creatress of our deepest longing and destinies. So Munai means the power of love and refers to the unconditional love the Creator has for the creation. The Munai can erase both karmic and genetic wounds from the past. It updates DNA, allowing a person to create a new body that heals, ages, and dies in a more favorable way. Thus, Munai is the power of the awakened heart, which allows us to connect with nature and others in a more authentic and expansive way. Marcela Lobos is the one who experienced this rite of the womb. She said it was an initiation given by a lineage of women who freed themselves from suffering. This lineage wants us to remember that the womb is not a place to store fear or pain, that the womb is to create and give birth to life. The womb must be a pure vessel as it bears generations to come. She said she first met this lineage in a dream in 2002 when they appeared as beautiful midwives, helping her deliver a dead baby. She said she had been carrying it in her womb and that she realized in the years to come that the dead baby symbolized the death that women carry since the moment we shut down our creative power. This is a collective process that began over 4,000 years ago when the goddess was relegated to a second place shadowed by an almighty masculine god. With the guidance of this lineage, she was able to alchemize the terror of her childhood into sources of wisdom and compassion. You can read about her story in the book Awakening Your Inner Shaman, A Woman's Journey of Self-Discovery Through the Medicine Wheel. In this book, she shares how in 2014, while working with plant medicine in the jungles of Peru, she was met once again by this lineage. During the nighttime ceremony, they said, I was ready to offer our initiation and our message to women all around the world. And they told her that they're going to give her their transmission. She said that the space around her turned into a laboratory filled with plants, and that she could see the women as they were extracted the bright green juice of carefully chosen plants. Then, using energetic tubes, they poured this juice into her veins so it would run through her body. Finally, they directed the juice to envelop her womb until it looked like a vibrant neon sphere. It felt like a laser cleaning her residue, she said, of clotted and knotted energy. They said, the womb is not a place to store fear and pain. The womb is to create and give birth to life. In that moment, with those words, they transferred the right of the womb to her, the elixir of life that she could share with as many women as possible. She said, all life comes from the womb, and this will also heal men and help heal the world, they explained to her. The women also told her to offer the initiation as one of the rites of the Munekai. It was her husband, Dr. Alberto Velado, who brought the Munekai to the modern society. It was distilled from his work as a medical anthropologist with the high shamans of the Andes jungles and the coast of Peru. So if you're ready, I am going to explain to you how to create the sacred space. All of this is included in the handout and on the website. So do not feel like you have to stop. You can stop and listen to this audio, but also remember that it is on the website. So it's important to create an inviting atmosphere for the lineage to come through when sharing the rite. If the space feels inviting for you and the women receiving the initiation, then the place will feel inviting for the lineage. If the ceremony will happen indoors, then you'll need to build an altar. It does not need to be big or complicated, but it needs to provoke sacredness and beauty. On a flat surface like a table or bench, set a nice cloth and put a bowl of water in the middle. The water will absorb the prayers, and at the end of the ceremony, you'll offer it to Mother Earth for the healing of her waters. You can add 13 small candles around the water to honor the 13 moons of the year and also to activate the altar with the flames. You can also enhance the space in the ceremony by having flowers or petals in the altar. After these guidelines, use your own intuition and check directly with the lineage about adding anything else. Ask a question and tune in for an answer, remembering that you're also part of the lineage. If you have access to a place in nature that feels good and inviting, then you may perform the ceremony there. It's especially ideal to be by a lake as it resembles the womb of Mother Earth, and we want to share this healing with her. Nonetheless, it could be under a tree, in a forest, by a big rock, by a river, a mountain, outside, just any place that helps you feel the sacredness of life. Now, either way, whether indoors or outdoors, it's important to share the healing with Mother Earth. Every woman that receives the rite can offer a healing prayer for her, Mother Earth. Indoors, the women can use the flower petals to blow prayers into it and then put the petals in the bowl of water. And at the end, you can gently pour that water in a river, a lake, or just a little spot of earth. Outdoors, you can also blow your prayers on flower petals, or maybe something that's more appropriate outside, maybe something that nature's given to you. Just go with your intuition and offer them directly to Mother Nature. Now, once you find your initiation space, you should call in the four corners of the corners of the earth. Sorry. What we will do here is do the four corners with the grandmothers and the ancestors. So, facing north, repeat this. And again, this is in your handout if you've requested one. Grandmothers and ancestors of the north, embodied of Earth's nurturing embrace, we invoke your presence in this sacred space. With steady strength and abundant grace, ground us in your wisdom and hold us in your embrace. Now facing the east, grandmothers and ancestors, mistress of winds and change, we invoke your presence, divine feminine, within and beyond range. With gentle breezes and whispers of inspiration, clear our minds and ignite our imagination. Facing the south, grandmothers and ancestors of the south, keeper of the sacred flame, we invoke your presence, fierce and untamed. Ignite our passions and create a fire. Transform us with your burning desire. Grandmothers and ancestors of the West, guardian of the ever-flowing tide, we invoke your presence in your gentle waters we confide. Cleanse our hearts and heal our souls. Guide us on the currents where intuition unfolds. So let's begin the ceremony. Let's take in a deep breath and bring our arms above our head. If you wish, during this time, you could have any type of music, singing or dancing, anything that you wish. What we are wanting to do is open the 8th chakra. This is the one beyond the universe, outside of our linear time, and we want to bring it into ceremony. Once you are ready to do the ceremony, I would like for you to place one hand on your heart and one on your womb. As I say to you, the womb is not a place to store fear or pain. The womb is to create and give birth to life. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain. The womb is to create and give birth to life. Envision me reaching my hand out to your womb. And I want you to repeat after me. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain. The womb is to create and to give birth to life. Let's repeat again. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain. The womb is to create and to give birth to life. Now bring your hands down to your womb and envisioning me breathing energy into your womb. And repeat. The womb is not a place to store fear or pain. The womb is to create and to give birth to life. I would like for you to feel the seeds settle. And again, feel the release from the womb. As the womb is not a place to store fear or pain, the womb is a place to create and to give birth to life. I would like for you to be with that energy and the seeds that you receive for just a few moments. Now I would like you to place one hand on your heart and again on your womb. Repeat after me. I release my fear so I may embrace freedom. I release my fear so I may embrace freedom. As you breathe in, I want you to release any fear and let go of any fear that you may be holding. And as you exhale, I want you to embrace freedom. So breathe in and release your fear. Let go of any fear that you may be holding. And then as you exhale, release. Breathe in and breathe in freedom. Next, I release my pain so I may embrace joy. Repeat after me. I release my pain so I may embrace joy. I want you to breathe in and think, I release my pain and let go of any pain that may still be there. So breathe in and then exhale, release your pain and let go of any pain that may still be there. And then on the breath in, breathe in and embrace joy. So breathe in, exhale any pain, and breathe in any joy. Now, let's repeat. I release my sadness so I may embrace peace. I release my sadness so I may embrace peace. Breathe in, and as you exhale, think I release my sadness and let go of any sadness that may still be there. And then on the breath in, embrace peace. Now repeat after me. I release my anger so I may embrace compassion. I release my anger so I may embrace compassion. Breathe in, and as you exhale, release any anger that may still be there. And then on the breath in, embrace compassion, compassion for yourself and for others. So again, breathe in. And as you exhale, release any anger that may still be there. And then when you breathe in, embrace compassion for yourself and for others. Let's sit in this for just a moment. Now I would like for you to get your flower and bring it up to your mouth. I want you to blow all of your prayers of gratitude into the flower. Just take a few moments just to breathe in and breathe out. And then offer the flower to the bowl of water. Hold your hands over the bowl and infuse the flower and the bowl with these prayers. Now, if you're outside, please offer it to the earth. If you're inside, you may choose to walk out together for just a few moments and pause this audio and offer it to the earth outside. Now you're going to come back here each month for 13 moons and do this. I'm going to read the ceremony of what to do with there, but that is also on the riteofthewomb.com, just in case you forget. But please feel free to pass this on to others. And now in closing, bring your hands to heart center. With gratitude, we honor the grandmothers and the ancestors in all her forms, her love, her strength, and the light she adorns. May her presence be felt in every corner of our life, guiding us with the wisdom as we strive. Now, let's take just a few moments just to feel about the ceremony. You can pause this and then come back to listen to the information on what you're going to do each month. Okay? It is up to you now to pass this on to any woman that you meet free of charge. You can play this audio, you can share this audio, you can use this audio in your ceremony. It is just fine. The more we pass this on, the more that we will be able to help others. Okay. So you start your year with the 13 moons as soon as you do your first ceremony. So once you've received the rite of the womb, you nurture its power for 13 moons of an entire year with the following practices. 1, if you're still on your menses or period, then on your next cycle, you find an intimate space and time to give some of your menstrual blood to the earth. You can bleed directly on the earth, or you can collect some of your blood on a small container and pour it on the earth while repeating the following words. I release my fear, so I may embrace freedom. I release my pain, so I may embrace joy. I release my anger, so I may embrace compassion. I release my sadness, so I may embrace peace. And you can add any other word that rings true for you. And also, if you feel uncomfortable with the blood, you can use red wine, but just remember, blood is a natural part of the earth that is given to us. If you're in your years of plenitude, you don't have a period, or you're in menopause, then you'll do your ritual on the next dark moon. You can create intimate space to offer red wine to the earth while repeating the words. I release my fear, so I may embrace freedom. I release my pain, so I may embrace joy. I release my anger, so I may embrace compassion. I release my sadness, so I may embrace peace. You can add to these any words that ring true to you. You do this at least once in up to 13 months to fully empower your womb. Now, if you're a girl and you haven't started your period, you can receive the rite, and if you want to do the ritual, that's fine. You just offer flowers to the full moon. This is because her womb is still blossoming and has not released her first flower, so she can repeat these words. I release my fear so I can embrace freedom, and I release my pain so I can embrace joy. She's guided to say these first two sentences so she does not become overwhelmed, and then she's guided to say anything else that rings true for her. Now, if you're pregnant, you can also offer flowers during the full moon, celebrating the life that you carry in your womb, just as a fertility goddess. You can repeat these words. I release my fear so I may embrace freedom. I release my pain so I can embrace joy. I release doubt so that I may embrace truth. And you can also add any other words that ring true for you. Once you have your baby, you can offer the placenta to the earth and speak your heart's longing. Intuitively cultivate a year of ceremony considering the above steps. And next, we ask that you share the rite of the womb with women in your community. Every time you transmit this initiation, you strengthen its power of the womb. So you are welcome to share this with anyone. This is a sacred ceremony. You are welcome to refer people to me, Bertina, BERTENA.org, if they have any questions about this. But the Rite of the Womb is the official website. So I wish you all well. I wish you all healing, and I wish you all love. Have a great day.